How's it going, guys? Coffee here. Today I wanted to go over the next steps for the Youga Chain Lightning build. I've successfully pushed it into T8, and it's probably able to do slightly more, but let's go ahead and jump into basically showcase what a map looks like with it now, and then we can kind of go over what everything is like from there. Pretty much the gist of the build is pretty much the same. Nothing really changes too much. It's basically just getting extra gear to increase your total damage. And then, you know, leaning more into the spell bursts as you do. But you can see the clear itself still basically just as fast as it was. And nothing really changing there. And then... yeah, still the same stuff. We do end up changing out basically one skill because we no longer have a curse on our helmet. Once you actually get your helmet upgrade, then that's basically when you have to actually put on a curse for now until you end up crafting it on a ring. So let's go ahead and jump into it. First things first, the gear that's changed from the last one, you do want to get a Searching Inspiration. This mod down here, the actual mana, when Spellburst is activated, this is not something that you actually need to basically go and get. This is just the Corrosion the Mist. You basically just, the only mod you care about is the additional damage for skills, but cast by Spellburst. That's it. So you don't really need to be worrying about anything else. For your necklace, I'm still using Photophobia right now. This will probably get changed at some point when I craft a necklace. And then for the belt, we're just using a Conqueror's Waistguard here. I just basically crafted everything to tier 2 because I wanted to make something that was basically a lot easier or a lot cheaper to kind of get into. And that is basically make sure you buy an item between level 82 and 85. And then you can craft it using Flame Sand still instead of Flame Elementium. And then that basically to maximum tier 2 mods. So you can craft these really inexpensive. Really easy to make. So we did that. Same thing with the rings here. We crafted basically just 2 damage rings here. This one ended up with damage. This one ended up with life. I didn't really care which one I ended up getting. We are still using a Spring Resurrection. I did buy one with this Corrupted Tier 0 mod on it. You don't need, obviously, to buy one with the Corrupted Tier 0 mod on it, but if you can, if they exist, otherwise you can just try to basically hit one. This one was really nice, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to use this for a long time, I'm just going to buy one. So, otherwise, just buy one, preferably with the Tier 1 mod here on it, just because it's quite a bit more damage than the other ones. They are about 20 FE. If you can't afford that, and you're just getting started on the build, just buy the one that's 1C, or 1 FE rather, and start on that. And then use 2 of those early on, like this, if you can. And then basically eventually go and craft yourself a wand. I will work on crafting myself a wand using a normal eye level 86 base here soon. Because that's what we're going to want to do, or what we're going to basically need to do in order to get a wand with full T1 mods instead. So for the boots, I did just end up throwing on these Guild Guard boots. I'll probably end up crafting some boots for these as well. Just because these are just basically added for some extra defenses. Some life and basically movement speed. You're not really getting too much out of these. It's not that big of a deal. The Thrill Barrier, though, I think is actually pretty good. Because you are actually inflicting ailment pretty high. So you're getting 20% additional damage out of these. So they're not bad. By any stretch, but we can probably still make something better with just like +1 lightning boots, something like that. For the gloves, I am using Chaos Abyss gloves. These are doing more damage than using gloves with +3 jumps on them. You'll see that we're stacking up like thousands of wilt stacks. I'm not sure exactly how much damage the wilt is actually doing, or just how much of this is just the 35% elemental pen that you're getting from all the wilt, as long with the cast speed. That's actually doing all the damage. And then for the chest, I'm just using a Martyr Staff right now. These are just really cheap. So, yeah, I just bought a Martyr Staff because I wanted to, basically, I wanted to get a chest that was just a little bit tanky. So, you can buy these, again, preferably with You can get one with like a high injury buffer as well. Always very helpful. If you can get it, they should probably still be cheap here. So we'll see how much this one here costs. I think they're like, what, 1 FE, something like that. The main thing is just like actually rolling the energy back on them can be kind of annoying. So honestly, it's worth spending a couple extra FE just because of how expensive energy cores are. It's worth it to like buy one like this that just you pay the extra couple FE to end up getting yourself one that has a max memory buffer or injury buffer stat on it. In regards to the slates, slates didn't change too much. We are just running with the pedigree still with play safe and jump. Again, I bought this for 60 FE. They're obviously not going to be 60 FE anymore, but just get one with play safe and you're still going to be spending like 10 to 15 FE, maybe 20 to get a solid one. We are using Fallen Starlight as well. So find one with jump and anything else that's useful. And then for your corners, you want one that has max spell burst and something else that's useful to you. And then everything else you just want it to be with jump and hopefully something useful. So this had jump and lightning damage. I bought it for like 15, 20 FE. And this one is jump. And this mod doesn't actually do anything because we don't deal any lightning damage. So I will be changing this at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it. Then we have our +1 jump here. And then we just have one slate. That is, you can run a one normal slate here. So I just got one with jump and max life on it. And then it's like these 3 legendary nodes that I haven't actually rolled yet. So we'll actually do that in the future. The tree itself didn't change at all. We basically just started padding out the life, the int, and then basically just filled out the cast speed. Got the focus blessing still, the freeze duration, and again, the int, and then some damage here, some life. We're actually going to probably finish out this life node here. I'll just do it actually now. So this extra life, extra res will help ensure you're getting your res. For the candles, I actually did change my candles to jump candles. So jump for chain skills candles are going to be significantly cheaper than jump candles themselves. So just look for jump with chain instead. I got this one with LE res as well, so it's helping with my res a bit. And this one's just jump for chain skills and a little bit of life regen. Precise electric conversion is significantly cheaper than precise elemental amplification, so you can use that, save yourself quite a bit of money. And then I'm just using ice imbue. I did end up needing the restrain on both of these because because of things. So for your frigid transmission, make sure you put an added physical and an added fire on here. For the extra ailments, for dirty tricks in the warlock tree. So and then so because of dirty tricks here in the warlock tree, you want that extra 12% multiplicative damage here by having the extra ailments on there. And then so we're actually using that to get the extra damage out of that with frigid transmission. And then we also have some lightning damage that's actually going to possibly get numbed off on the target. So maybe that 5% thing isn't the worst on some things. Like you may actually be capable of getting a numbed stack on something. But it's going to be a little hard to do given the life requirements to do so. We do end up swapping again to Psychic Burst once we actually get into our Spell Burst setup as well. And then we are running an Ice Bond. And this is because it's going to give you this 34% additional damage. As long as it's connected to you with the beam. With a focus beam on there, it does make it beam to you a little bit further, so you don't have to be as close to it. We do have Grudge on this as well, because Grudge, the beam basically will go off of you. And then you can actually get this, like if the beam is between the targets, you can get them and you can actually hit them with Grudge off of this in order to get a paralyze from it. So as long as you're running around the target, at some point the beam is going to hit them. And then, the beam will hit them and then it will basically trigger the paralyze from Grudge. So, let's go ahead and showcase. I can kind of showcase damage on with and without DPS pets. So this one will be without DPS pets here on the dummy. And you can see basically what happens is with the level 75 hero trait, it does basically cause you to have 2 of your spirits here, or 2 illusions rather, and they are the ones that are the only ones that can actually use your main skill. So you'll see a lot of people will, pushing this to the very end of the build, will basically be using a second, like 2 6 links for chain lightning, one of them that your illusions are using and one of them that they're using. So we're, again, peaking around 800 mil DPS here without DPS pets, and then if we actually swap the DPS pets on, we should be going up to like 1.6, 1.7, somewhere around there. So that's kind of where we're getting with the build right now. You know, lots of things can be refined still. We don't have any tier 1 mods on anything, and we're still just wearing some like random janky gear. So for the memories we have here, you want to just be going for int and cast speed. On your first, the second one, you just want life and cast speed. Some extra damage helps if you can get it. And then for the last one here, you just want cast speed and cast speed. So, and then hopefully you hit something useful. Yeah, so I got the crit damage here. That's good enough. I'm going to keep it. And then, yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. I will keep this updated, and I will let you guys know, I guess, as we continue to push the build. I'm going to be playing this one for a while. I want to push this all the way into, hopefully into Profound, and we're going to see how much money it actually takes to get there. So, yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below, and other than that, see you in the next one.